Section 8.4, again with installment loans, we're talking about how the monthly payment is split up. So every monthly payment is made up of interest and principal. And every month, some of that payment goes to the interest amount and some of it goes to the principal amount. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to calculate how much is going to go to the interest and how much is going to go to the principal and what the new balance is after we pay off that principal. So these are the formulas that we're going to need. So we're going to find the interest. We're going to take the principal times the rate, and again, we're going to divide it by 12 because principal times rate is a whole year's worth. We only want 1 month's worth, okay? So the amount that is going to go to principal is going to be the monthly payment, whatever your monthly payment is, and then we're going to subtract out this interest that we calculated in the first step. And then the new principal is we're going to take this amount right here and we're going to subtract it from the previous balance to figure out what our new balance is. And then this is going to be what's used to calculate the interest for our next payment. All right. Let me get this TV out of the way. All right, so Megan and Lillian obtained a loan of $1,800 at 8% for 6 months to buy a new TV for our classroom. The monthly payment is $307.08. And we want to show the calculations for the first payment. We want to figure out what amount is going to go to interest, what amount is going to go to the principal, and what the new balance is going to be. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to calculate the interest amount. All right, so we're going to take the principal times the rate, and we're going to divide that by 12. So the principal, because it's the first month, it's $1,800. So we have $1,800 times our rate, which is 8%, so 0.08, and we're going to divide that by 12. And the reason we're dividing by 12 is because this amount would give us the amount of interest for 12 months, but we're not paying all 12 months right now. We're only paying 1 month's interest. So we're going to take that 1,800 times 0.08, and then we're going to divide that by 12. And so the amount of our payment is what's going to go, or the amount of our payment that's going to interest this time is $12. Okay, so remember, every monthly payment is made up of part interest, part principal. So if this is the amount that's going to interest, and this is the monthly amount that we're paying, then what we have to figure out is how much is going to the principal. So we're going to take that monthly payment amount and we're going to subtract out the interest. So our monthly payment amount is $307.08 and the interest amount that we have is $12. And so the amount that's going to go to the principal now is $295.08. And then the last thing we have to do is, so that $307.08 is not reducing this amount by $1,800. Or sorry, is not reducing this $1,800 by this amount. It's only reducing it by this amount because $12 had to go to interest. So only $295.08 is actually knocking down the balance on this. So the last thing that we have to do is we have to calculate what our new principal is. So we're going to take the original principal, or the previous principal, and we're going to subtract out the amount that went to principal. Okay, so our previous balance was $1,800 because it was our first month of our loan. And we're going to subtract out $295.08. And that gives us $1,504.92. So if we were going to calculate the amount to interest and the amount to principal for the next payment, we would now use this new balance to calculate our interest and to calculate our new principal. So everywhere that you see 1,800 in here, would then be replaced with 150492.